Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video there is an update to the best Alpha Bear team and it is a huge upgrade. Like, people are getting over 70 billion damage, whereas the previous best I did for today was 58.5 billion damage. My Guildmate Splash has gotten almost 74 billion damage, as you can see here. So the team will require RNG. We're gonna have to maybe do a couple runs with it, and I have a couple different versions of it you can try if the first version is not working for you, because what it seems like is that if people don't have a high investment into their heroes, the first overall best team might not be working. So I have some different options for you, and then finally I do have another a couple team options in case none of these are working for you at all. So this is the overall best team, and shout out to Bacillus for coming up with this team, because yeah, credit goes to him. I mean, the way that they cook up new teams is honestly very impressive and very insane. So let's get the Shakir up here. No, actually not Shakir. We want to get Lily May and Frester at the highest levels. Shakir is just kind of like a support rather than a damage dealer. So here's the team formation. We're gonna run it right now, and the idea is that you have your Lily May with enough haste that she'll keep dodging the honey attack of the boss with her rainstorm ballet, and then the boss will not be able to stack up your team with honey as quickly, and you're going to be able to survive his burst and survive up until the end for more damage. The other thing is, like, in this position, Shakir is buffing up your, well, I think both of the Frestos. Mikola is also buffing up both of them. Mikola is buffing up the Lily May in this position as well. And okay, Smokey goes down, which is not good. We're probably gonna have to reattempt this run, because a lot of times you're just gonna wipe at 40 seconds and you're gonna have to keep trying. So although it does have the potential of getting a top score, who knows how many runs you're gonna have to do in order to realize that. And thankfully I didn't use too many attempts in testing today, because the teams were pretty basic and we were able to find good teams pretty quickly. I'm just hoping that we're gonna be able to get a good score at least on one of these runs. Otherwise, I do have a replay from Old Grey Gamer who got over 70 billion damage with this team. So worst case, we can watch that. But hopefully, we should be able to get it within 3 or 4 runs, I'm hoping. Because we are using the optimal position. No, Smokey goes down again. Okay, we're going to try this 2 more times. If it's still failing, I'm going to try one of the different versions, the different positioning types. So as you can tell, it's very RNG, like, heavy comp. And so maybe it might just be better for you to stick to the other comps until you get a decent score, because the other comp was pretty consistent. Okay, we'll try one more time. Like, yeah, we have plenty of temps. We can try at least one more time, and then we'll check out the other versions. It will also probably all depend on, like, your exclusive equipment upgrading of all of your heroes. For example, my Shakir is at plus 15. Some people will have plus 10 exclusive equipment Shakir. There are a lot of things which go into the equation. Okay, you just need to survive past the 40-second mark somehow. And the unfortunate thing is you're not able to fit Coco into this team. Okay, are we surviving? Don't kill me now. I think we did it, right? We did it. Yeah, okay, so we got the RNG we needed, but I don't know what went differently, honestly. I guess we just were able to dodge one more honey stack with the Rainstorm Ballet, and now if we can survive up until the end, it's going to be a big record. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, amazing that Bacillus was able to come up with this. I don't know how he does it, honestly. Like, who would have thought of this? Especially if you would do a couple runs and you're like, I keep wiping. You would think, well, I need to pack up my bags and go on to a different team. 67.5 billion. It's over a 9 billion record compared to my previous run earlier today with the previous best team. So definitely this is a lot better. Wow. That is crazy. I'm like amazed by this team. Okay, now we're going to try some different versions. Now for the same team, what you can try to do with this same setup, you can try with different artifacts like Tide Call Spell. People have done Tide Call Spell or Valor Shield Spell and said maybe it worked better for them. But honestly, what most people think is that with enough runs, the Resonating Spell is going to do the best for you, and it's just a matter of RNG. So you just have to do enough runs, and eventually it is going to work out no matter what your investment is. But I'm just going to show you some different versions which I would recommend. So this version is one, I can't remember, there was someone who came up with it, but basically it has Mikola behind the damage reduction of Fresto, so that she has a bit of a better time surviving. The positioning is still pretty much optimal. Like, yeah, I mean, Shakir will be buffing up all 3 of your damage dealers, the Frestos and the Lily May, he's just not buffing up the Smokey, I guess, with his attack buffs, but Mikola is buffing up everyone. So yeah, this positioning is suboptimal compared to the previous one because Shakir's attack buffs are not going off on the Smokey here. And in the previous one, Shakir was in the perfect position right in the center to be buffing up your Smokey. But the thing is with this team, it seems like you have a better chance of surviving. And so like if the other team is not working for you, you can try this and get more of a guaranteed higher score. But for all of these teams, you're going to need high like ascension of Freestro, of course, high ascension of Mikola ideally, and then also Shakir to +10 exclusive equipment is really important for these teams. But this was a really safe team, but as you can tell, the damage is not as high. 65.6 billion, 2 billion less, but it's really consistent. So you could run this like to get a guaranteed good score, and then you could move on to the other team, and that will require RNG to get a higher score, but in the end it will be better because Shakir is in a more optimal position in that one. Okay, so this was the formation that Daragon used, and it's just basically a mirror image of the team that Bacillus came up with, but it worked out better for him. And there was another person who said that this one worked out better for them. This is something that you can just try, for example, if you're not having great success with the other team, but I think this would run into the same problems that you need the same level of RNG because it's basically exactly the same but just mirror imaged. But let's take a look at it. Maybe, I mean, I think it would play out the same, but you can give both teams a try and there's no harm in it. At least you could do one run of each. But yeah, the team is getting popped right now at the 45-second mark, and we're going to go down with a bad score. Okay, but it just will be an RNG heavy boss. There's not really much you can do about it. Now there's one final team that I just want to show you, for example, and this is going back to like the old comp, which was the previous best. And yeah, because it's using Rainier, all of these other teams are using Shakir. The thing with Shakir is that he benefits your team more when you have HP per second damage like Smokey and Frestos, because the Rainier debuff is not helping you. But this is a good team you can try at a lower resonating level that should do pretty well for you. It's very similar, it's almost exactly the same as the previous best team I showed in my previous video, but in that team you use Mikola instead of Coco in the same spot. But here having Coco, your team like is able to survive the whole match. So this is a great team that you can run for a low resonating level. Basically, the Illusion is in front of Rainier, Rainier is in front of Lily May. On the right, you have the main Fresto in front of the Coco, and on the left, you have the Smokey. And if you want to run the previous best team, rather than Coco, you run Mikola in that same position behind the main Fresto. So I'll just show you a preview of both of the teams after we're done with this run. But overall, amazing new team that has been cooked up. Obviously, it does depend on RNG, but if you do enough runs, like we got it on our third try and managed to break the 67 billion, which is a huge record. And so definitely this is a team you should lock into your formations and know about it so you can do well. And this actually is ending up doing really well because my best run with Mikola was 57.5 billion and this got 57.7 billion. So this is a great team for you to try. It might be better than the other. Oh wait, I think my best was 58.5 billion with Mikola, but with Coco 57.7 billion, not far behind. So let's just take a look at all of the formations so that we have a good recap here. So this is the team, main Fresto in front of Coco, Illusion in front of Rainier. This is a good safe team that you can run. And it's using, if you, for example, don't have Shakira plus 10 exclusive equipment, this is probably going to be your best team. Then if you want to use some of the different optimal teams, main Fresto in front of Shakir, Illusion in front of nothing. This is the Daragon comp with the mirror image. That did better for him, but from doing the runs, it seems like it has the same RNG problem as this team that Bacillus came up with. Main Fresto in front of Shakir and Illusion over there. But this one was really promising. I really like this one. I think our first attempt, we managed to get a high score. Obviously, it was not as high as the other one, but this is really safe. So if you have a low investment level, this is probably your best choice. Main Fresto in front of Shakir, Illusion in front of Mikola to help her survive. And Shakir should again be plus 10 exclusive equipment if you want to run him here to power up your Fresto's damage and your Lily May's damage. And then the previous best team, that we had is just like we mentioned. It's got 58.5 billion, and it was having Mikola behind the main Fresto, Illusion in front of Rainier, and Lily May position swap. So overall, hopefully this gives you good basically update on all the top performing teams. This is how people are breaking the 60 billion mark, and how some people are even breaking 70 billion, like Splash in my district. He's running the same team, but he just has high investment across the board in all of the heroes, so of course he is going to get that higher score. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and big credit to Bacillus for coming up with this amazing new team. And yeah, I hope you guys can set a high score and you save some attempts. But until the next video, guys, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching. And if you don't have Fresto, for example, in my previous video, I did cover a lot of the free-to-play friendly teams using no Fresto, and even some using no Rainier, so you can check that one out. But this is an update to the overall best team. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.